You're listening to the Nichole Banks Podcast, episode 116. Stop chasing, start aligning. What's meant for you won't run away. Welcome to the Nichole Banks Podcast, where divorced women heal, grow, and find new love and dare to begin thriving. I'm Nicole, your divorce recovery coach and happy hour queen. If you're a Gen Xer ready to shake things up, level up, and have some fun, you're in the right place. Buckle up. We're getting into today's episode starting now. Good morning, hello, and of course, welcome back to the Nichole Banks Podcast. I hope you guys are doing well. I am so glad you tuned in today. Today's topic is going to be a great one. I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you, and hopefully it will give you some thought-provoking opportunities to think deep, right, for a moment and go, you know what? Yeah, what about this or what about that? But before we get into that, I want to share a little experience with you today. And that is sometimes when we go out of our way to include others, you just never know who you have lifted. So over the weekend, I had a bunko party. I called it Blackout Bunko. And if you follow my social media, you would have seen in my stories the charcuterie board that I did. And I truly feel like this is the epic Pinterest worthy photo. OMG. It had everything dark. It had the black grapes. It had dark chocolate peanut butter cups. It had Oreo cookies. It had all the fun, yummy, dark deliciousness. And I was like beyond belief that number one, I created it. So there's that. And number two, it looked gorgeous, stunning. Like I could have paid for this. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. But we had a great turnout. I had some neighbors. I had some friends. I invited some women in a Facebook group that I belong to here locally for community and support and all the things. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But during the break, we had a bite to eat. Then we played a couple rounds of bunko. Then we had a little dessert afterwards. One of the women came up to me and thanked me for including her and hosting because she had lost her son-in-law recently and hadn't been out in a minute. And so she felt good about being at a place of home and just welcomed. And it just made me feel good. And then I had another one reach out and who recently had lost her husband several months back and just really didn't feel like socializing, but was encouraged to come by a friend who invited her. And she was beyond thrilled that she did. She goes, I miss laughing. I miss community. I miss sisterhood. And that's what it's all about. I love to host. I haven't done much of it, but that's really what it's all about. So you just never know who you could be encouraging, who you could be inspiring just by your presence. If you're not a hoster, and again, it doesn't have to be a party of 16, it could be a party of 4, it could be, I just want you to continue to live your life and be open-minded to invite sisterhood into your life because we all need someone to just love on us. So I hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about something that hits every woman right in the gut, especially after divorce. That deep, aching urge to chase. Ugh, chase closure, chase answers. That's the biggest one for me, right? Chase love that's already walked away. And I absolutely get it because deep down, we all want to belong. We all want to feel chosen. We all want to be seen. We want someone to look at us and say, you're it. You're enough. Please share my life with me. It's hard not to chase. You're not crazy. What you are is you're human. You chase because what? You care. Yeah, you're not crazy. You're human. You chase because you care, girl. You chase because you remember the good moments. You chase because rejection can trick you into thinking maybe you weren't enough after all. I am here to say this. You are not hard to love. You are just loving in the wrong direction. So, what's the truth about chasing? When we chase, it's not always about getting the person back. It's about trying to fix a story in our heads. Remember, our thoughts drive our feelings drive our actions, and our actions drive our results. I have said this time and time again, and I'm going to continue to say it until I am blue in the face. So, what is it that our thoughts are telling us? It's about trying to prove, see, I am lovable. I am enough. I can make this work. But chasing keeps you running after something that is not meant to stay. It's like sprinting on a treadmill. You're sweating, exhausted, and still in the same place. So if you are a visual person, just take a moment, close your eyes, and really think of that. If you are sprinting on a treadmill, you're running as fast as you can, and realize when you open up your eyes, you're still in the garage. You're still in the gym. You're still in your same place. Let's call it what it is. Chasing is just anxiety in motion. Food for thought. So I have chased before. I have sent the text, the just checking in text. I hope you're doing okay text. When I really meant was, please see me. Please say I'm sorry. Please give me the answers. Please choose me again. I have replayed the moments that felt good, and I have ignored the moments that hurt. I thought if I could just remind him of the good stuff, dress sexy, smell yummy, be smart, be witty, be humorous, maybe he would remember the version of me worth loving. But the truth, I was trying to convince someone to see my value. And if you have to convince them, they are not your person, period. Let's be honest here, okay? I literally could have had a loyalty punch card, you know, the kind that you get at the coffee houses, right? How many times I chased the wrong man, like chase 9 emotionally unavailable guys and get the 10th free. Spoiler alert, they were all out of stock. Here's the thing. You cannot chase peace. Girl, you can create it though. You can attract it. But you'll never catch it if you're running after chaos. And that's exactly what I've experienced. I've done it before. It was exhausting. So what happens when you stop chasing? Something shifts. You start aligning with peace instead of panic. You attract calm instead of confusion. You stop begging for breadcrumbs and start demanding the full feast. Woo! Hashtag fucking fire. Yes. You begin to realize that I'm not losing anything by letting go. I am gaining myself back. I've had clients, I have had listeners DM me that they stay in the circumstance, right? Because they do not want to create the confusion. They don't want to create the chaos. And yet they're walking around in their own lives and in their own heads on eggshells. Now, think about that. Just picture this for a minute, because I've done it. I've been there. When you walk around on eggshells, is it pleasant? Nope. It creates anxiety. It creates more stress. It creates emotional chaos for you. Now, the other person, that partner in life, may not even know that you yourself are walking around on that. My question to you is, are you living your authentic life? Because if you're not, then what is it that you're chasing? The hope, the dream, let's get back to day one, year one, when it was good and you bought the house together and he proposed and all is well. What happens is you begin to realize I'm not losing anything by letting go. I am gaining myself back. And that's when the magic happens. You call in your people who don't confuse you, who don't drain you, who make you question your worth. The right ones won't need convincing. They won't. They're going to show up, meet you there, and stay. No games, no guessing. I was in a group forum this morning, and a lady posted anonymously, which is totally fine. She has 7 children from a previous marriage, and her last baby was a set of twins. And so she had 5, were pregnant with her 6, and ended up having 7. And she is divorced and is literally thinking she is not lovable, not dateable, And there were so many women that basically commented, yeah, you're right. 7 kids, I wouldn't date you. Talk about hurtful. But that's what her thoughts are. And instead of creating the chase, allow herself to take her own time to do what she needs to do for who? Not for anybody else but herself. If she wants to date, the right man is not going to care how many kids she has. If anything, she's good. Maybe he wants to have more. I don't know what that circumstance looks like. But my point being is, you know what? Continue to love on you until you are ready, and you will start attracting this man or this partner in your life that fulfills and complements everything you yourself have fulfilled and complemented. 7 kids is a lot. I'm not going to lie. You may be thinking, good God, right? That's what I thought. However, I'm like listening to all these negative comments, and I'm like, girl, no, you do you the best way you know how, and start aligning with the things that you want and you feel that you can attract. And bam, it's going to happen. Some hottie with a body is going to come in and say, girl, am I in love with you? Just the way you are. Here are a couple of my tips on how to actually stop chasing, because you know what? It becomes a habit. It becomes a routine. It becomes part of our lives. I'm going to give you some ways on how to actually stop chasing. Here we go. Number 1, pause before the text. When that urge hits to check in, and if you see me, I'm in air quotes, ask, am I really reaching out from peace or from panic? Such a great question. Number 2 is redirect the energy. Take all that chase energy and pour it back into yourself. Go for the walk, call a friend, write it out, take a bubble bath. Blast Lizzo. Let's go. Redirect the energy. And I can't tell you how many times, Mel Robbins plug here, the 5-second rule or the 5-second method. What is the book here? Yeah, it's called the 5-second rule. That book has helped so many things. I'm going to give you a little thing for it. I like the thought behind it. I'm not a big fan of the book itself. There's just too many examples and all the things. I love the actual rule. And that simply is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go do what you are doing. It will change your mind of thinking. It actually changes the brain wavelength. It's the craziest thing. It's scientifically based. Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. Go check it out. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. She has all kinds of things. You don't necessarily need to buy the book. Again, you can. You're more than welcome to. But just understanding the rule itself is a huge help. So it's basically redirecting the energy. And that 5-second rule I just mentioned to you can give you that help as well. Number 3 is repeat the truth. I am not hard to love. I was just loving in the wrong direction. Say it with me. Ready? Take a deep breath in and out. Here we go. I am not hard to love. I was just loving in the wrong direction. I love that mantra for you. It is absolutely the truth. And I need you to start saying it, start believing. Number 4 is visualize alignment. I love this one as well. Picture yourself standing still while love flows towards you, not away from you. Because here's what your AKA chase partner, the person you're chasing or the things that you're chasing, are going to let you know. They are just not into you. They're not. Because if they were, a man that wants you and needs you and can't live without you will frickin' move mountains. He will part the seas. And he is at your doorstep asking you, let's go do this. Let's go do that. If he says he's into you, he's going to show you by his action, not just his words. Would love to see a movie this weekend. Guess what? He's calling before the weekend to say, hey, are we still on for the movie? Do we need to make some plans? They're going to be into you, okay? So just do me a favor. Sit for just a minute, stand still, and allow the love to flow towards you, not away from you. It's a visual alignment. And number 5 is trust the timing. What's meant for you will not need chasing. It will find its way. And trust me, it's the oddest thing, but it's exactly how it works. You usually find love when you're not looking for it. For all of those that are on social media and all the apps and this and that. And it's when you start taking care of you and making you a priority and taking care of your well-being, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, and your spiritual well-being, for those that need it, I am telling you, once you start taking care of you and making you a priority, that love, that emotional stimuli, that physical touch, that intimacy, all the things, it's going to find its way to you just when you least expect it. So when you stop chasing, you stop broadcasting desperation and you start radiating peace. And peace, girl, peace is magic. Peace is magnetic. It's confident. It's that unbothered energy that says, I know my worth and I am not negotiating it. Now, be mindful, I'm not referring to dreams. I'm referring to relationships. I want you to understand there's a clear picture because I'm still chasing my dreams. And trust me, I'm putting in the work to make them all make sense. But I'm also attracting the energy to continue to chase my dreams, if that makes sense to you. But I want you to know that's when you stop negotiating, when you stop chasing, that's when people, friends, lovers, opportunities, they start showing up differently. Because you're no longer chasing, you are choosing. So I want to ask you, who or what have you been chasing lately? And what would happen if you simply stopped? If you took a deep breath, stepped back, and trusted that what's meant for you will never, ever need to be convinced to stay. You are not hard to love. You are just loving in the wrong direction. When you stop chasing, you start aligning with peace. And it feels so good. It's so warm. You start calling in people who don't confuse you, who don't drain you, who don't make you question your worth. And the best part, you'll be too focused on your healing, your joy, and the peace to even chase anymore. So here's a reminder for the week. Peace is magnetic. Let me know if this episode resonated with you. Listen to more of the Nichole Banks Podcast. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Ms. Nichole Banks for your daily mindset shifts and self-worth reminders. Chin up, girls. Crown straight. Peace on purpose. Dare to begin, girl. We'll see you in the next episode. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you're feeling as refreshed as a spiked lemonade on a hot day. If you love what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and spread the love. Want to go deeper? Check out my courses, women's retreats, and the Dare to Begin membership, where we put everything we've learned into action. NicholeBanks.com. Don't forget, I spell my name with an H. NicholeBanks.com. Until next time, keep leveling up and dare to begin.